Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to talk a little bit about 2020 and what my plans are. Um, the first plan I want to talk about is I want to step up my YouTube game a little bit. Right now, I just kind of throw videos out there. I don't do a lot of fancy editing and things like that, but I think I'm working on making an intro to my videos and stuff like that, just to make them a little more appealing. Um, so that's kind of my plan right now. The other thing that I'm going to be doing is that right now I have two primary bikes that I'm going to be riding, and so I'm going to create more videos on those. I know single speeding is virtually dead in the mountain bike world, but I think it's going to have a little bit of a comeback. I have a Surly low side. If you look at my channel, you'll see that I installed a dropper post on it, and I'm gonna ride that and put it in some videos and talk a little bit about single speeding and single speed techniques and things like that. The other bike I have right now is my Heller. You can actually see it in the header of my YouTube channel. It's a little bit outdated. 140 millimeter in front, 130 in the rear. It's actually a 27.5 plus, which which is also dead. Like, it's funny because I was watching GMBN and they were talking about trends and how people can get left behind. Like, you can go and do all this research and buy a bike, and then within a year or two it becomes obsolete and you spend all this money on a bike. That is my Heller. Like, I wanted a full suspension 27.5 plus bike. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I ride it. It's a great bike, but I am gonna be buying a new bike in 2020 with even a little bit more travel. I'm looking to get probably 160 up front, 150. I might even want to go a little bit bigger because I want to do some more enduro slash, downhill type riding. We do have a couple trails now here in Minnesota. There's Spirit Mountain, lift access downhill, and there's also Welch Village. And Welch Village is pretty freaking smooth. Like, those trails are very flowy, so I don't think they really demand a lot of suspension, but it can't hurt. So, a couple of the bikes I'm looking at, Canyon, either Spectral if I stick with the less travel, 160, 150, or I'm, kind of thinking about the torque that goes up to 180. That would be something, you could take the Whistler and hit A-line and stuff like that with no problem. Again, A-line, that's also pretty smooth, so I don't know. I don't know. I probably don't need all that extra suspension, but, even up in Cuyuna, they have a bike park now, and there's some drops and fun things in there, and there's definitely a line that I haven't taken yet with a much bigger drop just across the road from the skills park, that you do a huge drop and there's some big tables and things like that. So those are my plans. I also still ride BMX, so I will be doing some BMX stuff. I actually bought one of the old GT retro bikes last year and started doing some of my old 80s flatland stuff. So you'll see some BMX and some flatland stuff, and I'm gonna cover a lot of different areas. But I really want to just step up my YouTube game. I haven't taken it all that seriously. I don't ever plan that I'm gonna make money at this. I have a regular day job or whatever, but it's just fun, and it's fun to share my experience. As if you look at my channel, you can see that I just got a knee replacement. So as I think about riding this year, I'm excited to not have that constant pain anymore that I've had for probably the last 10 years, having to take ibuprofen before I go ride and things like that. So I figured now is the time if I'm going to step up my game. Another thing about my channel is I'm an older rider. yes, I grew up riding BMX and things like that, so I have a lot of skills, but you know, I'm going to be turning 53 in May, so this channel might appeal to some older riders and not so much to the young crowds who are, you know, doing crazy stuff. But, you know, who knows? But that's kind of why I'm doing it. 53 years old, coming up, and I'm going to, you know, do this channel. So with that being said, a couple of things, and it's funny, I watch all these YouTube things that I never say it in my videos. Please subscribe and like my channel, because that helps, you know, get my numbers up. And then the other thing I want you to do is ask questions. If you watch this whole video and you kind of see the things I talked about, the single speed thing, full suspension mountain bike, even the BMX stuff, feel free to ask questions or post things you want to see on my channel and see me do and talk about too. So with that being said, welcome to 2020. I'm not quite riding yet. It is also middle of winter. So if I do start riding, it'll be fast.